Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really fascinating, where science fiction seems to be crossing over into, well, science fact.
Right.
We're looking at biotech and dentistry coming together, specifically this idea of tooth regeneration medicine. It's causing quite a stir.
It definitely is. It's a concept that captures the imagination.
So we've got these announcements from a company, seems like a real pioneer from earlier in 2025. And our goal here is to figure out, okay, what are they actually doing? Who are the key people involved?
Mhm.
And why is this whole growing new teeth thing suddenly popping up at major events? Because, I mean, regenerating a whole tooth, that sounds huge.
It does. And these announcements, they aren't treating it like some far-off dream. They're presenting it as something, well, tangible, happening now.
Right. So it's moving from like a theoretical idea to something they're actively pushing.
Exactly. And you can see that transition really clearly in how they showed up at these big 2025 events. It seems very strategic.
Okay, let's break that down. The first thing that jumps out is their presence at the 2025 Osaka Kansai Expo. This was, what, July 7th to the 13th?
That's right. They were specifically at the Kansai Pavilion Kyoto booth, ICHI-ZA Kyoto.
And it wasn't just, handing out leaflets, right?
Yeah, not at all. The exhibit actually showed the tooth growth process, like how their medicine supposedly works.
Wow. Actually showing the process.
Yeah, and interestingly, the exhibit itself was created by Nissan Co., Ltd. That suggests some pretty advanced collaboration, maybe on the modeling or visualization side. It makes the whole thing feel more concrete.
Definitely. It's showing, not just telling. But wasn't there more at the expo? Didn't one of their experts speak?
Yes, Dr. Takahashi. He gave a talk back on June 26th at the Team Expo Pavilion T stage.
Okay, what was the topic?
Get this title. Dental, New Inspection, Technology, Treatment Innovation, Our Tooth Regeneration Medicine.
Treatment innovation.
Yeah.
That sounds different from a standard science talk, right?
Oh, yeah.
Especially at a public expo.
Very different. It frames it not just as research, but as a coming treatment. An innovation ready to be, well, integrated. It's signaling they're ready to talk practical application.
So moving beyond the lab bed.
Precisely. And at an expo, you're talking to the public, potential partners. It's about building awareness, maybe even priming the market. For something like regenerative medicine, that's almost as important as the science itself. Public trust, regulatory hurdles.
Right. Okay, so they're showing it off.
Yeah.
But how do they plan to get it, actually out there? That seems like the next big hurdle.
Well, that seems to be where their involvement in the tech and startup scene comes in. They were apparently quite active at IVS 2025.
IVS, that's the big Japanese startup conference in Kyoto, July 2nd to 4th.
The very same. And another expert, Kihisa, spoke there twice, actually, on the deep tech stage.
Deep tech stage, makes sense.
Yeah.
What was he talking about?
One session, specifically on July 2nd, was titled Latest Trends in Social Implementation of Technology.
Social implementation. Interesting. Why is a biotech company focused on tooth regeneration? Talking about that at a startup event.
That's the key question, isn't it? It suggests they're already thinking way beyond the lab.
Yeah, it's not just can we do this scientifically, but how do we actually make this work in the real world?
Exactly. Think about it. Scalability, cost, the whole delivery mechanism in dental practices. Getting a biological therapy like this widely adopted is a huge commercial and logistical challenge.
So their presence at IVS suggests they're tackling those business and implementation problems already.
It certainly points that way. And it lines up with other things, like they also participated in a panel discussion back in March 26th. It was called KSX Demo Day, Next Pioneer 2025.
A demo day. So pitching to investors, industry folks.
Looks like it. It shows they're actively working those connections, building the ecosystem needed to bring this to market, not just inventing it in isolation.
Okay, so public expo, startup conference. Sounds like a strong push. But, the question always comes up with this kind of breakthrough tech. Is the science actually solid? Is it just hype?
A very fair caution. And that's where their other activities come in, grounding it all in scientific credibility. They had a significant presence at the 24th annual meeting of the Japanese Society for Regenerative Medicine.
Ah, okay. The scientific community. That was in Yokohama, March 20th to 22nd.
Correct. And it wasn't just attending. Three of their key people, Kihisa again, Takahashi, and also Dr. Tsunami, they all presented together in a symposium, SY22, on March 21st.
3 experts One symposium. That sounds like they were really showcasing their work to their peers.
Absolutely. Presenting at a major society meeting like this, especially in a focused symposium likely related to clinical applications, is crucial. It means their work is being vetted, discussed, recognized by other scientists in the field.
So it lends that vital layer of scientific legitimacy. It's not just marketing spin.
Precisely. It suggests the claims about tooth regeneration medicine are rooted in serious, peer-recognized research within regenerative medicine itself. They're building on that scientific foundation to make these other moves, the expo, the startup engagement, it connects the dots.
Okay, so pulling it all together, what we're seeing isn't just random appearances. It's a really coordinated strategy, isn't it?
It looks that way, a multi-pronged approach.
You've got the public showcase at the expo, generating buzz and showing the potential, then the engagement with the startup world, figuring out the how of implementation, and underpinning it all, the solid scientific presentations to peers.
Right. They seem to be systematically moving this from lab research through validation and towards actual real-world integration. Their high profile across these different types of events in 2025 really signals a strong push.
So for you listening, this deep dive really reveals a company actively trying to shape the future, not just of dentistry, but regenerative medicine more broadly. This tooth regeneration concept, they're pushing hard to make it real.
It's pretty remarkable to watch unfold.
It really is. Which, I suppose, leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to chew on.
Go for it.
Well, if they can make growing new teeth a reality, if that becomes a standard thing, what else might be possible? What other parts of our biology, things we currently think are impossible to fix or regenerate, might be next? What does this unlock for, health, maybe even longevity, that we can't quite grasp yet?
That's the big question, isn't it? Opens up a whole new frontier of possibilities.